Hi, so today we're going to see how we're going to digitalize a drawing on paper into a logo or any other sort of digital image through Photoshop. So here is a JPEG, a scan of a drawing I made, a very simple drawing of a flower. So while we draw the picture and to digitalize it, we need to make sure of a few things. First of all, choose a very clean and neat paper, as wide as possible, so that the image you draw can pop out much better. And for the same reason, choose a black pen so that your picture, your drawing, is very neat and clean. And then while you do the scan, obviously the higher quality the scan, the better will be the result while you digitalize the image. So now let's try to open this image in Photoshop. Here it is. So first I'm gonna cut it a little to the range of my picture so it's easier to manipulate. All right, now that we have our image, let's start digitalizing it. So first, in image, you see adjustments. Under adjustments, you see brightness and contrast. So by adjusting the brightness and the contrast of the image, you are able to extract better the black and the white, and then your picture will be more neat and cleaner once again, so that the computer or Photoshop could pick up the outlines better. Okay, this seems to be neat enough. Okay. Afterwards, go into Select Color Range. Here you're going to have a little tool where you can pick up different spots of the picture. So you can see if you pick on a black spot, the parts that's selected, the color range, the sample color is going to be all black. But if you click on the white parts, then you have your outline of your picture almost perfectly. So let's stay on this. Sometimes you need to try different spots out to find the ultimate selection, but the goal is to have a very neat outline of your drawing. Okay. Afterwards, don't forget in Select to inverse the selection, because right now what's been selected is not the lines of your drawing, but rather all the rest. After having inversed it, I recommend to create a new layer. So on layer 1, you go into Edit, Fill, and make sure in Use you select black, or you can select other things, but the easiest way to go is to select black. Okay. And then you realize you have a very black and neat outline of the drawing you just did. And if you try to mask the background, you can see there's only the background, the outline on layer 1. Now that we have both, this is basically how you digitalize your drawing. From this point on, you can continue the design of your logo by, say, creating a new layer and then coloring it. So on layer 2, let's take a brush and pick any random color. And then with that, you can start. Make sure your layer is under the outline, and you can color your image. Obviously, you can do this work with much more detail than I'm using right now by selecting different size of the brush, so that make sure there's no overlap between them, or use other tools that Photoshop offers for coloring and creating volume and other sorts of way to complete your design. So here I chose to directly use the paintbrush to paint in the colors because the small details didn't matter that much. It could be one of the styles of your design as well. So some of the few things I like to point out why this type of digitalizing a drawing image is better to using directly a digital pen and drawing and creating the image through Photoshop. First, sometimes the materials are not always that accessible, and if you don't find a tablet, this is a very quick and simple way to be able to digitalize a drawing. And also what you can play with this source of digitalizing, it's the thickness of the lines. For example, if within your drawing you want this fluidity of, a thicker and then a thinner line to draw a petal or etc., you can very well play with it. It looks really much like an actual drawing. But afterwards, it's all what you want to make out of it and how much you want to play with it. So yeah, that's it. That's all I want to show you guys. Thanks for watching.